Were you whispering to yourself?
No.
It sounded like you were saying hi to yourself. Hi, just now.
No, I wasn't trying to.
That's right. You weren't trying to.
No, I didn't know I was doing that, actually.
Nice. We have...
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I didn't realize I did that.
That's all right. Now I'm a little bit scared for my safety, now that I know that my girlfriend talks to herself
No,
and
I
doesn't
don't.
know
No,
it.
I don't talk to myself.
Good.
No, I don't. I just didn't realize I was doing that.
Nice.
Shall we?
My mom used to talk to herself around the house.
Really? Like how?
She'd just say, should I do this? Where did I put my keys?
Oh, I know people that have done that.
So I used to make fun of her about it, and then when I was in my mid-20s, I realized that I do the same thing.
I think we all have talked to ourselves once, or whispered something to ourselves when nobody was around.
Can I tell you a secret? What? I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
We have a lot to get into, babes.
Oh, yes we do. Yes we do.
Should we start with the big announcement?
What? That my groceries are here? What?
I was thinking that I am now the co-host of a cooking show.
Yay!
On Clubhouse called 3 Blind Spice.
Yay!
We did our first episode last night.
Now, let me ask you a question. Because I know you're going to talk about the episode, but let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How are you going to manage the whole moderating thing? Because what if your moderator isn't available?
We've thought about that. So we're going to have him, and then there's a lady who comes to our rooms a lot who's really cool that might help us out. I think she'd be willing to do it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So let's start from the top. We've been talking about doing this for a while. Not you and I, but me and another person.
Another friend of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the plan was that we were going to make lamb shanks for our first show.
Yes.
I go over to his apartment yesterday. He calls a bunch of stores. We find one lamb shank in the city of Portland.
That's hilarious.
Yes. So we had to vary it up, go on Clubhouse, ask some of the regulars, and they say, well, maybe you should do something different. One lady suggests chicken piccata.
Yes.
We check out the recipe. Of course, Chef John has a thing.
Yes.
And he also has a lot of dad jokes.
Yes.
Watch it. He agrees to buy the ingredients. I come over later. And the recipe from beginning to end is supposed to be like a half hour.
Yeah.
We're both really good chefs.
Yes.
Or home cooks, at least.
Oh, no, I for sure, you are a good home cook. I don't know about the other one.
You don't know about him, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen, I'm convinced that he knows what he's doing.
Good. Very good.
It took us an hour and a half to make this dinner.
Well, I'm sure it was well worth it when she had the dinner.
Yeah, and partially it had to do with I'm not used to his kitchen, so I don't really know where everything is.
Yeah.
And we're still not used to working together in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Plus, people on Clubhouse are saying, well, you need to do this correctly.
Wow.
And don't skip on this detail. And this is a really important ingredient and blah, blah, blah,
Wow.
blah. And so we got kind of caught up in that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Like, I'll give you an example of something I did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I'm supposed to be like the timer for him.
Yes.
But then I start talking with this lady over Clubhouse about life. And I get so distracted because I'm also working on the pasta.
Right.
That I'm not really that much of a help as a timer.
Oh, no. Well, at least you still knew what was going on and nobody had any accidents and...
Yeah.
Good.
It was fun, though. We had a really good conversation afterwards.
Oh, good. And you got to hang out with his dog.
Yeah.
Super sweet dog.
Yes, he's an awesome dog.
I just thought it was funny when you said that when you got into the door, she kept growling at you.
I thought she was growling at me, but then I sat down and she came up to me and I petted her.
Oh.
And she had a good time. I hope she had a good time.
Where was she when you guys were in the kitchen?
My friend told her to sit down.
And she did that the whole time, so she was kind of lying down and watching everything.
Yeah.
She's a really good dog. I mean, from the little that I've known about her since I met her, she seems like a very good dog.
Mm-hmm. But the plan is I'm going to go over to his place in a couple of days, learn the layout of his kitchen so I can be more helpful and we can actually get this done faster.
Yeah, because you told me that he has buttons.
On his stove. So both of ours have knobs, yours and mine. And his is electronically controlled by this panel.
Right.
So I got to learn that.
Okay. That would be very confusing because I'm used to knobs. But, very good.
But we did our first show. That's the point.
Yes. Very cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes. Very good.
Yes. So now we're going to be doing more cooking on Clubhouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Really good.
Whoa.
Really good. Yes.
Yes. Speaking of Clubhouse, babes.
Uh-huh.
You and I went on there. Was it?
It was on Tuesday. It was on... No, wait, was it? No, it was on Wednesday.
Was it on Wednesday?
It was on Wednesday.
It was on Wednesday.
Because I went to the store in the morning.
That's right.
Yeah, it was on Wednesday.
You went on Tuesday morning.
Yes, I did.
Yes. So, what type of rooms did we go into?
One of the rooms that I thought was very interesting, although it got a little bit heated, was a room about, it was a guy who said, I helped police officers catch 690 child predators. And I thought,
I think it was 360, but I hear
no, 690.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it was. Okay.
I was paying attention. But
okay, go ahead.
No, it was 690. I'm like, whoa, okay, we got to go in there. And I was thinking, I wonder if that one guy is in there that we ran into on one of the other rooms. He was on a voiceover room. There was a lot of moms that were talking about what to do to monitor your kids on screen time, and what to do to protect your children, and what they have been doing, and that one of them didn't have a lot of problems with her older kids because they didn't grow up with screens.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was very interesting. And now she's got a 13 and a 10-year-old that she's worrying about.
And she told the story about the 13-year-old, how she had some heart condition.
Yes, and she says, I think I spoiled her. And
because the doctor said if she cried too much as a baby, she could have a heart attack and die.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said, I think I was at fault because I did spoil her, and I think that was not good. And so I thought that was kind of interesting.
That leads me to a biblical question.
Uh-oh.
So let's say a doctor, because you're not supposed to spoil your kids.
You shouldn't spoil your kids because then they turn out to be rotten adults.
Right, but let's say a doctor comes to you and says, Jaylo, you have this daughter now. She's like, I don't know, a month old. Mm-hmm. But you have to get up every time she cries because if she cries too much, she could have a heart attack and die. And you decide, well, the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. So you decide, well, I'm not going to do that because it goes against biblical teachings. So one night you let her cry herself to sleep, and she ends up dying in her sleep from a heart attack. Did you do the right thing biblically or not?
Well, spare the rod and spoil the child is not about that.
Oh, it's about spanking kids, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So
it has nothing to do with letting a baby cry.
Okay.
I do believe that babies should learn how to cry once in a while to cry and until they're done crying. The heart condition thing is a tough one though. I don't know how to answer that one.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But anyways, back to the room because we got distracted.
Yes, we did. But it was interesting. And there were other people thanking the guy. Can I mention his name? Probably not, right?
I would prefer not.
Okay. I won't mention his name, but apparently he's very good with voiceovers. He sounded young, but he may not have been young. I don't know.
Yeah.
He had a young sounding voice. And a lot of moms were giving suggestions, and they were also talking about their experiences with seeing this one lady saw two children at I think it was at the airport, and she decided, I'm going to stay with these kids until they find their mom.
That was
or
interesting.
Find their parents. And I'm like, I'm glad she did, because anybody could have just snatched them out of the airport. You know, they can find a way to take them from anywhere that they are.
If I remember her story, when she was 3, mm-hmm. she was shopping with her mom and some lady came up.
And took her hand.
Yeah, and they were walking down the aisle and her mom turned around, told the daughter to let go, and then the lady who was holding her hand ran away.
Yep.
Yeah.
That could have easily have been a really tragic story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful that she was saved by her mother, because some parents, they turn their back and immediately their child is gone and they don't know where the child is.
That's
really
crazy.
Scary.
Yeah.
Really scary. But now it's not just child predators that try to kidnap kids from the store. Now you got a bunch of stuff online where men are pretending to be either high school boys or kids at the child's age, and you don't know who is trying to talk to your kid, especially your daughter.
Yeah, and they were saying a lot of the times with these online games,
yes,
because they have a chat function, that's where they get the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm really so out of touch, I wouldn't have even known that.
That is really scary, but I'm glad that the guy who was helping to moderate the forum, the main guy was saying, there's a lot of things that you can do to make sure that they're turned off. And you communicate with your kids, but you also have to make sure that you know the technology of the device so you can make sure that it's turned off. And the lady who had that 13-year-old with a heart condition was really smart, because every message that she got, it was sent to her phone.
She installed some app.
That was smart.
That let her see what her daughter was viewing.
Yeah.
And also let her turn off texting on the phone at a certain time at night.
I thought that was super smart.
That is. And then one father, though, was kind of being a troll, and he called her out.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when the room started to go down.
And then he was like, why don't you guys discipline your kid? And then the lady's like, it's not about disciplining our kids. We are doing the best we can. We just have to watch out for people online that are trying to get to our boys and our girls. And I was just like, no. And then I'm glad that the one moderator said, look, you can come in here, but you're not going to bash the moms in here, all right? You can come in here, and this is a mom and a dad forum. But you're not going to bash the parents in here. And I'm glad she said that.
I am too.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's those trolls that want to manipulate the conversation.
I hate when people just take over a clubhouse room.
I know.
And I've seen it happen where the room was super interesting.
Yeah.
But then somebody will just say one little comment, and the room for the next hour and a half will be about what that person said.
And it's like, okay, you just ruined it for everybody. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we went into that one. That was really good, but I said, you know what? I think we should leave. This is getting really heated. I don't want to be in here longer than we should. And then we went to this food discussion. They called it food porn.
I knew you were going to like that room based on the people who were in there, but you were a little bit hesitant to go in.
Well, I was like, what's food porn? I don't want anything to do with that. And you're like, oh, it's just sending pictures of food. I'm like, okay, I have to call it that one? Okay. But it was interesting because there was like pictures of this really crazy rice and salmon thing that I heard looks really good. And I wasn't too sure what to think about that one vegan chef that I won't mention. Because remember when she was saying that she made this banana peel thing that was supposed to look like pork?
Yeah.
Which sounds really gross to me, honestly. I like bananas, but I don't know that you can... that's the one thing I don't like. And I'm gonna go back to it. The one thing I don't like about fake stuff is like, why make it... I don't know. I have a real problem with making thinking about mock meat, because I've tasted mock meat and it just doesn't taste good to me. I don't know. But I guess if she's able to do it, she's able to do it. But I kind of wondered if she was going to be like one of those chefs that wants to vegangelize people. No. I don't know. She seemed pretty intense, but that's just me.
Yes.
And then there was this one guy that was showing this picture of this restaurant in New Jersey called Mega Slice, and he showed some like crazy stuff. Like there was pasta and pizza, and then there was like garlic knots as a base. And I mean, it was a crazy combination.
Yeah, it sounded really good.
It sounded really, really yummy.
And then he talked about some pizza where they put chicken parm in the crust.
That sounded amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh wow, that makes me want to go to New Jersey just to have a pizza like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really yummy. But I wanted to get out of there because I'm like, I'm going to start salivating. I can't listen to it anymore. This is so good. And then we went into another one that we weren't into for too long. But explain that other one.
Are you talking about the science room?
No, that was the last one. The one before that, the clubhouse growing or not growing.
Oh, was that the room where everybody was complaining about Clubhouse?
Yes, especially that one guy that was saying that there wasn't any real content on it, and
Yeah, but meanwhile, it's with people who are talking about Clubhouse for like 6 hours straight. And one guy was saying, well, if you notice, I'm really creative with my room titles. And everything else on here is Bitcoin or marketing.
Which is true.
There are some fair points made about that. But at the same point, it's like, why are you going to spend hours on an app complaining about how much the app sucks?
What, if he wanted, the best thing that he could do is to go to the, town hall if he can make it, or email the owners, or maybe not the owners, or follow somebody, email somebody that he follows, or, get a hold of them and say, hey, can I suggest a title for you? Instead of complaining about, oh, there's no real content on here. I don't even know have you ever followed that guy?
No.
Okay.
I think this is the first time I've heard him speak.
Okay.
He could have been better at making his points because he did have some, but I don't think it added up.
I don't think so either.
And I told you my idea that I wanted to do, but I just didn't. When Green Room opened to the public, my plan was to wait a day and then start a Green Room about how much the app sucks and how I wish it was like it was back in the old days.
Right. I don't like that. It's like, well, okay, if the app is so terrible, then why don't you create your own content or create your own platform? Or, I don't know, go on a different one.
There's also a bunch of audio platforms that are supposed to be coming out soon, including the Facebook competitor.
Right.
Which I don't like Facebook.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested to see how that one works.
Okay.
Because I actually think there's a chance that they might get it right.
Interesting.
Because they're already tied into your social circle.
Yeah.
In a way that Twitter and even Clubhouse isn't quite there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's possible that they could get it right, but at this point in the game, I still think Clubhouse is the best.
Okay.
Yes.
So we went into there, and then we went into this pseudoscience room, which I kind of, it was interesting. I'm still not quite sure what a pseudoscientist is. Do you know what that is?
I think it's somebody who doesn't really practice science, but is still interested in it. That's what the room was implying.
Okay.
It was a really cool room, though.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was kind of interesting, listening to some, scientific intellectuals talk about that. And I think a lot of them were from the UK. We also went, I forgot that one room we went to about acting tips.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was a little bit intense.
But it was good, though.
But it was very good.
It wasn't just a typical marketing room.
No, it wasn't. But they're talking about like mental health and acting and, what happens if you have stuff going on in your personal life and you don't want to go or learning how to form relationships in acting circles. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. So yeah, it was interesting. We were there, we took a 1 hour break from 11 to 12:15 and we were on the thing, we were on Clubhouse from about 8 to a little after 8 to about 11. And then, we watched, we were going to watch Twilight Zone, but it didn't work out.
Apparently, right now, The Twilight Zone is not on Netflix, and you have to buy it on Amazon Prime.
Ew.
So...
But you already have the series, right?
I did, but I didn't have it on my device.
You gotta download it onto your device, though.
Oh. We ended up watching a little bit of Star Trek.
Yeah.
We started with TNG.
We started with TNG, yes.
I believe the name of the episode is The Enemy. Would you like to describe it, or do you want me to?
Well, I'll describe the beginning part. Worf, Commander Riker, and Geordi ended up on this planet. It's kind of like was it like a dusty planet or something with a lot of dust?
Well, maybe, but it had a lot of storms.
It was a lot
which made it hard to transport on and off of the planet.
And Geordi, something happened with his visor and it was kind of broken. So
he fell down this hole.
Okay. He was trying to yell for Commander Riker and Worf. And so he gets stuck on the planet by himself for a while. They go back on the ship. They're trying to find a way to find Geordi because he's missing. And they find a Romulan who's unconscious, I think.
This was before they beamed back up.
Yes.
They took him to the ship and he's having medical issues. He's hurt real bad.
Would you like to continue, please?
All right. So they can transport down to the planet, but it's during these specific time windows. This planet is also in Federation space. They are contacted by a Romulan vessel saying, hey, we're going to be there in about 6 hours, bro. Give us our man back and we'll be good to go. And the captain's thinking, bro, I don't know about this.
Right.
They run some medical tests on this Romulan because he's dying.
Yes.
And the only one on the crew who could help him live is Worf. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't want to do that. He hates Romulans. We know this.
We know this.
And we'll get back to them in a minute.
That's right.
Meanwhile, back on the surface of the planet, LaForge is going around. His visor's still kind of working, but he's having some issues.
Right.
He runs into this Romulan Commodore, I think, who... first thinks it's weird that Geordi's parents let him live because he's blind.
Yes.
And tries to take Geordi as his prisoner, but he's having trouble too.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back to the ship. The Romulan vessel gets there. Before it does that, they send down this probe to the surface of the planet that Geordi has to find, and then they can be transported up. And they're waiting to get a signal back from the probe. Everybody's trying to convince Worf to donate himself so that this Romulan dude can live, except for the Romulan guy.
Yes.
I love the scene in this episode where Worf goes into Captain Picard's office, and Picard's like, well, I'm not going to order you to do this, but I'd really like you to do it. And he's like, no.
No.
I'll do it if you order me, but otherwise I'm not
going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he leaves.
This is before he has that conversation with, what's his name? Picard.
I'm saying this is, okay. I was talking about the conversation they had.
No, I wasn't finished about the Romulans and the Klingons.
I was just talking about
Okay, I'm sorry.
I smoked too much Paco.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey. Excuse me.
When Worf exits the room, Picard contacts the doctor and says, hey, babe, don't bother my main man Worf anymore, because he ain't down for this.
Hey, babe.
Yep. And she's like, Captain, got you covered. Dude's already dead. Now, it may have been worded a little bit more dramatically than that.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I was about to say something, but we'll get to that when we do commentary on the episode.
Uh-huh.
Back on the planet, the Romulan, along with Geordi, realize that if they want to get out of this thing, they got to work together. And they decide that they're going to do that.
Yep.
Eventually find the probe and get transported to the bridge of the Enterprise. Now, by now, the Romulan ship is already there and ready to attack the Enterprise. Yes. But they don't. Geordi's buddy says that Geordi actually saved him.
Yes.
Captain Picard agrees to let him go back to the Romulan vessel and lets Geordi escort him down to the transport room with Worf. And that's where the episode ends.
It's really good.
I enjoy this episode a lot, and it's very nuanced. One of the things I really like about it is that Worf doesn't change his mind about helping the Romulan who's about to die.
That's true.
In most other episodes of TNG, I feel like they would have to have him change his mind.
Right.
But for whatever reason, he sticks to his guns on this one.
He's still very angry with the Romulans.
Yeah, and that's more of a DS9 decision.
Yes.
Than a TNG decision.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't think that he would change his mind on DS9?
No, but what I'm saying is, on DS9, you would have that nuance to where the character would stick to their guns and the person would die.
Yes.
But that rarely happens on TNG,
No,
where they're going to
right.
let somebody pass
And
away, where they could easily save them.
Yeah, and I haven't watched a lot of TNG, but I think you're right about that, yeah.
It's good, but it's a little bit more safe.
Uh-huh.
And they color outside of the lines a little bit less often than they do on DS9.
Right.
So I really like that they did that in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the dynamic between Geordi and the Romulan dude on the planet.
The Romulan ends up dying, right?
The one who they transport up to the SIP with the away team. But the one who's with Geordi ends up living.
Okay, that's what okay.
Yes.
Okay, I thought, for some reason, I wasn't sure if, for some reason I thought that he died also, but I think he was close to it.
He was close to dying, but remember, I just said that. Yes. Geordi escorts him to the transport room so he can return to the Romulan vessel.
That's right.
Yes.
But, it was good. It was really good.
I have some questions about this episode.
Okay.
As usual. Do you think that Captain Picard was correct by not ordering Worf to save the Romulan's life?
That's a good... I don't know how to answer that. Because I know that he wanted him to, but because he felt like Worf was holding this grudge over the Romulans for a long time.
It's more than that. He also felt like if this person died in their custody, it might be considered an act of war.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I think he absolutely did the right thing.
Okay. And why is that?
Because he tried to talk to them. He knew he had the power to make Worf do it. Mm-hmm. But he also felt like it would be a violation of his personal liberties. Mm-hmm. And while Picard suspected this might be considered an act of war, he wasn't 100% sure. And he also knew that the Enterprise was in the right to be in that area. And the Romulan dude broke the treaty with the Federation. So I think he absolutely did the right thing.
Okay, so can you explain to me, before you go on, can you explain to me and other listeners what exactly is Federation space?
That's the area that the Federation controls. So it's kind of like, you know how, what's a good way to, okay. We don't live in Wichita, but it's still part of this country.
Oh.
That's kind of how I look at it. Like
a different government in another state.
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of like, so Earth is part of Federation space, and so is this planet. Even though this planet is more like Wichita, there's not anybody on it. You know, I guess Wichita's people.
Wichita is there are people that live there.
But you know what I mean. It's like nobody wants to go there.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure.
Maybe our new friend that we met a couple weeks ago would want to go there.
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that's dying to go to Wichita on vacation.
Oh my goodness.
But as far as I know, as far as I can prove,
some people want to go to a rural area.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's a rural area.
Yes. So it's kind of like that. So this is like the place in the U.S. where nobody really wants to go, but it's still part of the U.S. Mm-hmm. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
And so that's Federation space.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a large area of space.
Yeah.
And Romulans are, they have their own area of space.
Okay.
And they have the neutral zone where neither one is really supposed to go into without permission.
Oh, wow.
But these Romulans came into Federation space, which could be considered an act of war.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do you think Worf made the right decision?
I think he made the right decision based on his conscience, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, he just wasn't ready to treat the Romulans any differently.
I also like, too, that it wasn't just Picard who tried to convince him. Mm-hmm. It was the doctor. Riker speaks with him at one point.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool that he wasn't swayed after all those people talked to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Do Geordi and the Commodore who was on the planet with him.
Oh, that's right, because he called him Commodore.
Yes.
Yes.
Do they become pen pals?
I don't know about that. It's possible that they were just working together and they were working as a team to get out of that planet, and then they go their separate ways.
How does this experience affect the way that Geordi thinks about Romulans?
I think, and I'm just guessing, but I think that maybe Geordi thinks of Romulans a little bit differently, even if he doesn't see that one Romulan again. Does he ever end up in an episode again? The Romulan?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Well, he was good, whoever played that Romulan. Mm-hmm. He was very good.
Yes.
And I liked and I forgot that one part where he goes, Geordi was getting frustrated because I can't see, and he goes, well, I will be your eyes.
Yeah, I hear you. That felt a little bit too lib for me, actually, to be honest.
Well, no, I mean, political stuff aside.
Yeah.
I just think that it was good just because the Romulan was willing to help Geordi, even though humans and Romulans normally wouldn't work with each other. That's all I'm saying.
I also really like the interaction they had where the Romulan is saying to Geordi, well, would you allow yourself to be taken prisoner if the situation reversed, or would you want to die? And he said, well, it depends on what I'm dying for.
Right.
I thought that was super interesting.
That was interesting.
Yeah. In a lot of ways, this feels like it's a DS9 episode.
Yeah,
and not a TNG episode, which I think is why I respond to it so well.
Yeah, I think, and DS9 does it so well.
Yeah, and this episode does it well too. There's a couple of times where TNG goes dark.
Yeah.
And I think it works really well. Like this.
Yeah.
Best of Both Worlds.
Yeah.
Chain of Command.
So that one was the one episode I'll never forget.
That's the most DS9 of like TNG episodes. And there's one you haven't seen called Yesterday's Enterprise that goes super dark too.
Really?
Yeah, and I love it when TNG goes dark, but those are the ones that I can think of.
Because it works for the show.
It works for me because I have more of a gray area. Not everything is great, but not everything is horrible.
Uh-oh.
And I feel that DS9 is more like that. And so I like it when TNG does that.
Very good.
On the occasions when it breaks with tradition.
Yes.
Or tradish, as you might say.
I don't say that.
We say that all the time.
No, I don't. No, I do not.
Like, I feel like tradish.
There is a company called Nutrish.
Nice.
Or a food, these products called Nutrish. But I don't say Nutrish, I say nutrition.
Nice.
Or tradition.
I thought you said tradish, but maybe I'm remembering that.
No.
Nice.
No.
Is there anything else you want to say about this episode?
No, it was really good.
Nice.
It was very good.
In 1993, Season 2 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine opened with a 3-parter. After we watched the TNG episode, you said, well, why don't you show me an episode of DS9 that I haven't seen before? And I thought, well, why don't we go into this 3-parter? Do you want to give the overview, or would you like me to?
I think you should.
Okay. It starts off, Quark is hanging at the bar, and Odo is surprised because Quark actually did him a solid, no pun intended, and gave him information on somebody who is a criminal.
Yes.
Which I really like that scene.
Yes.
Somebody comes in and gives Quark this airing and says, hey, give this to a Bajoran on the station. He goes to the quarters of Major Kira Nerys, who, as we both know, is a badass bitch. And I mean that in the best way possible.
Okay.
Gives her the ring. We find out that it belongs to Lee Nallis, who is a man that is considered dead by everybody.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But is a hero to the citizens of Bajor.
And they think, but people think he's dead?
Yes.
Okay.
They trace this back to a prisoner camp on Cardassia 4. Kira goes, tells Commander Sisko, bro, I need one of your runabouts and I need it today.
She didn't say it that way.
So I can go and rescue this fool.
She didn't say it that way.
Okay. I thought she did.
No.
He thinks about this because he knows that if a Federation ship is caught in Cardassian territory doing some crazy stuff like this, he's going to get in some trouble. But he also knows, well, Kira can get this dude out, then that's really good. So he's like, okay, sending you with my main man, O'Brien. You either take him or you don't go. He's like, got to go with the chief. This is before they had their little thing.
Yeah.
They leave. Find Lee Nallis. He's a prisoner of war.
Yes.
Get him and some other people.
Yes.
Head back to the station.
Yep.
They get back just in time to hear Gul Dukat say to Commander Sisko, we didn't know about this camp.
Right.
If I would have known, I would have stopped it. But we just issued a formal apology. And the men who you left behind, guess what? We're sending them home right now. So it's all good. We're sorry. And let's just move on.
It's all good in the neighborhood.
It's all good. So she's like, oh, whatever, but I got to be diplomatic.
Whatever.
She's like, oh, whatevs. And they move on.
Okay.
Lee Nallis is walking around the station, and by this time, there's this political figure who came up from Bajor, but a crowd is growing on the promenade. So Lee addresses the crowd, and then so does the politician.
Yes.
Later on in the episode, he tries to escape on this freighter, but they catch him. Commander Sisko goes to him and he's like, what's up, bro? Why are you trying to leave here?
You didn't say it that way.
I'm paraphrasing, as I often do. And he's like,
yes, I know.
He's like, bro, let me tell you the story of how I became a folk hero.
Yes.
This is another reason why I love DS9 is because they'll disassemble the idea of being a legend like they did in this episode. And he says, I got a lucky shot and the legend grew of me. And until I became this figure and I'm not really the guy that most of Bajor thinks I am. And Sisko's like, yeah, but you're a symbol. And that's what the people want. And that's what you have to be for them.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I'll do my best.
Okay, then.
There's a ceremony on Bajor. He comes back to the station, and it comes out that he's supposed to replace Kira Nerys. And that's when the episode ends.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Bubby.
Yes.
It's really good.
What do you think this episode teaches us about myth?
That's a really... Oh, I forgot to ask you before I answer the question.
Go ahead.
How did he become a folk hero again?
What happened was his band of people were fighting the Cardassians and they split up. And there was a Cardassian who was like walking around in his underwear. Lee,
that's right.
Yeah, Lee shot him and he just happened to be some higher up in the Empire who had killed a lot of Bajorans. And they thought to themselves, oh, you killed this main dude?
Yeah.
That's incredible, bro. And they just kept telling the story to anybody who was listening.
That's right.
And the legend just sort of grew because you know how people start to fabricate stories.
I thought it was funny because like I shot a man in his underwear and he's like, and I never forget it. I'll never forget the look on his face. He was so embarrassed and I had to kind of chuckle at that.
Yes.
Well, it's kind of like when somebody makes up a story about, I don't know, like it's kind of how gossip starts, right?
Yeah.
You make up a story about somebody and then the stories get a lot more elaborate. Oh, this person has whatever, lives on a mountain and doesn't speak to anybody.
Right.
And they look like they're all haggard. So that makes them look like they're a monster or a witch. And then it turns out that the person isn't that any of those things because the stories are just adding up and adding up and adding up. It's kind of like, Kind of like Old Man Marley in Home Alone.
Yeah, and it just turns out, this guy's actually just a little bit antisocial.
Or it was like, it was just like Peter, Crazy Pete in Now and Then.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he, when he rescues, and I know we talked about this, but when he rescues Sam out of that drain, the sewer, he's like, "Why are you afraid of me?" And you kind of have to feel for this guy because kids are like afraid of this guy. They don't want to be seen near the guy. And it turns out that he was the one guy that saved her life when her friends couldn't reach her. So, I mean, that's how gossip starts. It really does. Like this entire crazy story that gets even more crazier and crazier as the years go by.
Yes.
Shot at guidance. I don't know. I had to chuckle at that one.
Can we learn anything about being a little bit skeptical of our own heroes?
Possible, yes. In fact, there was I think I watched a couple episodes of this show. It was a show called Legends and Lies. Did you ever hear about that show?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
They did a show on Billy the Kid. They also did a show on Jesse James, which is really, really intense, actually. If there is anything to back up that these heroes, I think it is healthy to have a healthy it is good to have a healthy skepticism of them, as long as when you find that information, as long as it's accurate. Yes. So yeah, that's how those things start with the. That's how those things start with a one big lie. And another, and another, and another, and another. I mean, I could start a myth about you if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that.
No, I mean, you already know that I'm part god. I'm the bald god.
No, you're not part god.
Full god? I don't think I'm full god.
No, you're not.
But I do have a touch of god in me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. I could start a myth about you too, babes.
Well, I'm not going to do that, so you shouldn't do that to me, though.
Okay, but what else?
And start a myth about Jaylo.
Okay, Jaylo myths and legends. Maybe that's what I'll call this episode. I don't know yet.
What?
Jaylo myths and legends.
That might actually be fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
What does this episode teach us about government propaganda?
In relation to what, though?
Well, let me talk about this for a second.
All right.
For the first part of this episode, the Cardassians are claiming that they've released every political prisoner.
Yes.
Right? So they're trying to play like, oh, we want to make nice with the Bajorans. We're cool, bro.
We want to be their enemies.
Yeah, but meanwhile, they have prisoners that they've lied about having.
Right.
They try to sweep it under the rug by saying, we didn't really know about this, and we're issuing a formal apology today because they don't want to go to war. Yeah. There's the thing with Lee Nallis about how the politicians are now trying to use him and how he's replacing Major Kira.
Wow. Yeah.
So the Bajorans aren't exactly clean either.
No, so it's like they're both dirty on both sides. Mm-hmm. Dirty on both sides. There's no innocent party here. And that happens that does happen in government.
Yes. Here's an interesting question.
Okay.
Is having a symbol sometimes more important than the truth? And I could go into that a little bit more.
You mean like having a letter next to your name?
No, we're not talking like Prince.
Oh, I'm talking about in politics.
No. So let me give you an example.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's use the Lee Nallis example.
All right.
He's not really this big badass. He got a lucky shot. And the legend of him grew.
Yeah.
But Sisko tells him, hey, you're a symbol, and people need the symbol. So even though it's
Symbol
not
of heroism.
yeah.
Okay.
And so I often think about in our own culture, right? Like
Yeah.
we have these symbols.
Yes.
One being George Washington and the cherry tree. That never happened.
And that never happened, I heard.
Yeah, that never happened. He wasn't 6. He didn't cut down a cherry tree and say, I cannot tell a lie to my father.
I think I heard about that not happening. I don't remember if that... I know it's been... anyway, that's besides the point.
But isn't it important for us to have symbols of people doing the right thing, even if it's not true?
I don't know, honestly. That sounds like a very complicated and... I don't have an answer for that, honestly.
I say no.
You don't think so?
Because you're giving people the wrong idea and you're not letting them look at real examples of heroism.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that kind of like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy?
No, like, I know this would be controversial, but I would look at Jesus as a symbol and not the actual truth.
Uh-oh.
But I know we disagree about that.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
To all you Christians out there, you heard it here first.
That's not a secret, babes. Everybody knows I'm not a Christian.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
You heard it from his mouth first.
Yes. And I am the bald God, so I would know Jesus is real. And he's what's that for? Why did you take
Blasphemy, Bobby, blasphemy.
I still love you, babes. You're guilty of blasphemy. Now give me a kiss.
No.
You're blasphemy, Jaylo.
No, I'm not.
Give me a kiss, blasphemy, Jaylo.
Hey. Oh my goodness.
I love you, babes.
I was kissed by a blasphemer. Oh my.
I was.
Anyway.
You don't believe in the bald God.
No, because you're not a god, Bubs.
That's what you said.
No, you're not.
Okay, what else?
No.
Are there any other questions about this episode that you want to ask me?
Well, I just had to make this one comment, and I think I'm done with what I have to say about this. I think it's interesting that a Bajoran earring started this whole thing with Lenalis.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
That one Bajoran earring can start that with the investigation of what really happened.
It's a good episode.
It is.
And of course it's one in a 3-parter.
Yes.
But the first part was really good.
Very good.
Yes, true.
I don't know why we skipped that one. Do you know why we skipped it?
I think it's one of those things to where I forgot to go back to it.
Ah.
And there are a few episodes. I'm debating whether to show you the Tribble episode.
Why?
It's a little bit too lighthearted.
Are you talking about the DS9 one or the TNG one?
Well, there's no TNG
Oh,
episode. There's an episode of the original series.
Oh, okay.
And
oh, that's right.
in the DS9 episode, they time travel back to the episode in the original series.
Well, you know, the only way you're going to find out is if you show it to me, because I might like it.
So, yeah, it's odd because as much as I love DS9, I like the original episode a lot more than the remake. But
the original series?
Yeah, episode more than the remake, because they remade the episode on DS9.
Okay.
But it also, I don't know, I'm conflicted about that one.
But what would you rather show me the original series then? The original series episode of that one?
I just said I'm conflicted about it.
Okay, are you just conflicted about the episode in general?
I like the original episode.
Yes, I know that. But you're saying it's too lighthearted. What do you mean by that?
You know I don't like too much humor in DS9 episodes.
I don't understand that.
I like a little bit.
I don't understand that, but okay.
But only a little bit.
Okay, I like it humorous once in a while. I don't always like it heavy.
Sometimes they overdo it. And I felt in that episode, they go for the cheap laughs.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Well, okay. I guess I won't be having any twibbles over for now.
Oh my goodness. Maybe later though.
Yes.
Jaylo
Yes.
Have you been reading any books?
Oh yeah. I'm well into my the book I've been reading called Tribulation Force. So I'm when I get back to it, I'll be on chapter 16.
That kind of sounds like it could be like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah,
in the
like the
mid-90s.
Super Friends.
Yeah, Tribulation Force.
Yeah, like the Super Friends or something, or the Fantastic Four. Yeah, they do sound like a superhero group, but they're not.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure how they would make it into a cartoon, although it is an audio series.
I don't know, babes.
Yes. I don't know. I think the world of radio drama is kind of interesting.
Okay.
Radio theater, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting stuff.
Yes.
I wish I would have gotten more interested in that when I was little.
Okay.
You're like, okay, I'm not interested in that conversation.
I don't know, babes. Do you want to delve into this more?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say about that.
Nice.
Are you laughing at me?
No.
Okay.
I did some reading this week. Actually, I read a few books this week.
You did. You certainly did.
I finished the biography of Warren Beatty that Peter Biskind wrote.
Mm-hmm.
It was super interesting.
Mm.
It talked about his obsession with sex.
Wow.
And that apparently he didn't lose his virginity until he was almost 20.
That's crazy.
And then he just had sex with a lot of women.
Wow.
Speaking of Star Trek, he dated Joan Collins for a year and a half.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This
Famous
is
author.
What? Yeah.
Author. I'm sorry, actress.
I think she did actually publish a book or two.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different person. Jackie Collins.
Okay, but Joan Collins did write a couple of books.
Okay.
I think.
Yes.
And she was also Edith Keeler.
And also, she was Edith Keeler, and she was also Alexis Carrington on Dynasty.
Nice.
She was not very nice.
Okay.
On the show.
Okay. But they dated.
Okay.
And he made, what was it, Splendor in the Grass, which was a big hit. Mm-hmm. Then he did 5 films in a row that didn't make any money. Mm. And somehow he got the funding to make Bonnie and Clyde, which comes out and does really well, so it puts him back on the map. Mm-hmm. And then it talks about all of his other movies. At one point, I think Peter Biskind talked to Robert Evans, who said that Warren Beatty really only made 3 successful movies. Mm. And he didn't count Splendor in the Grass because he was just an actor. Because Warren Beatty, when he did Bonnie and Clyde, was also a producer, and he wrote and directed some other movies. But he said Warren Beatty's big movies were really only Bonnie and Clyde, Shampoo, and what was the other one?
I don't know.
It was one that he made in the 70s. It wasn't McCade and Mrs. Miller. He was just an actor in that one. It's before Reds. Oh, it's going to drive me crazy. Heaven Can Wait. Heaven Can Wait.
I think I heard of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, those were the only 3 big movies that he made. Did you know that Warren Beatty has been nominated for 10 Academy Awards?
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he get any of them?
He won for Best Director for Reds.
Wow, he directed that one.
Yeah, but apparently that doesn't count for Robert Evans because it cost so much money to make that it didn't really make a profit, or there's questions whether it did.
Oh, wow.
They shot hundreds of hours of footage for Reds. And most films, they'll do a little bit of editing for a few months, but I think it took them a year and a half to edit Reds.
Wow.
Down to 3 hours and 25 minutes. So he wins the Oscar for directing. Mm-hmm. He thanks a lot of people who worked on the movie, except for the editing team. And at the after party, one of the big editors on the film comes up to him and just starts yelling at him for all the work that they had to put into it.
Wow.
Yeah. It talked about how he's really charming when you first get to know him.
Yeah.
But if you start to work with him, he'll eventually just tear you down.
Wow. So making it impossible to work with him anymore.
Yeah, because he'll want to be in the room when you're writing a script.
Oh, geez.
He'll take it apart.
Wow.
When he makes a movie, he likes to do... They said that sometimes he'll do like over 100 takes of one scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So he's been running the directors and running them ragged. Sounds like.
They go into the story about An Affair to Remember,
mm-hmm.
and about how he just basically tortured that director.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard of that movie. I've never seen it. I'd like to see it. Have you seen it before?
No, apparently it's not that good.
Okay.
But there was one scene where he's just sitting on the couch
mm-hmm.
and he doesn't say anything, and they did something like 120 takes. And it's like a 10-second scene in the movie.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
And it also talked about the debacle of the movie Town and Country.
Ah.
Where there was somebody else who was supposed to direct it, and Warren Beatty supposedly just wanted to be a hired hand, but he basically like rewrote the script and was frustrating to the other actors, and the movie went months over schedule.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was a very interesting book.
I feel bad for his wife.
Annette Bening, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he treats her like he treated all those directors.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
He'll be
not.
like, honey, you didn't do breakfast right this morning. Go back in the kitchen
Go back
and
in
do
the
it again right now.
And have her do it like 100 times over. Oh.
Yeah. But you know, they met on the set of Bugsy, and
who did she play?
she played Virginia Hill.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And James Toback wrote the script for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he really wanted to direct it. But then Warren Beatty gave the job to Barry Levinson, who's a great director.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
It was just very surprising that they ended up together because in the movie, I mean, they really, you know, Virginia Hill was kind of, well.
I can't.
I never said that.
You were about to.
No. But she was getting all mad at Bugsy because, you know, she's having this affair with him.
Mm-hmm.
And she wonders why Bugsy won't leave his kids and his wife. Eventually, I think they got divorced, right?
Yes.
Anyway, and she's getting upset, and it really did seem like she really hated Warren Beatty in the movie. But so it was surprising that they ended up actually getting together and getting married. I wonder if he tortured the director in Bugsy.
I don't think so. I think him and Barry Levinson were left on good terms.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
But it talked about the making of Ishtar with Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, what's that one about? Did you see it?
No, they're basically comedians who go over to some country and get involved in international affairs. It's supposed to be really, really bad.
Okay.
And I think Elaine May directed it. By pretty much everybody's accounts, she had no idea what she was doing.
Oh, wow.
Like the book was actually, it takes a lot of shots at Warren Beatty.
Oh, really?
But it said that he did a lot of things right when it came to the making of Ishtar.
Okay.
But she was just really difficult and didn't know what she wanted or how to make a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is unfortunate because it's the waste of two great talents.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes. Huh.
But it's a good book. I recommend it.
Wow.
I read some other stuff this week, babes.
Oh, really?
I read a book called Compton Cowboys.
Oh, I remember you told me about that. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
That was super interesting.
Wow.
It's basically about this horse ranch in the middle of Compton where they teach the youth how to ride horses. Mm-hmm. And when the book starts, the woman who's been running the place since 1988 is getting ready to retire. And it's about a little bit about her, but mostly about the people who are taking over and their history with the farm, from being troubled youths to discovering horseback riding and what it means to them now. One of the ladies in the book who is a rider, she rides horses. Eventually, how do I want to explain this? When she's growing up, she discovers the farm and she becomes very into riding horses. She gets a scholarship and moves away to better herself, right? Mm-hmm. I think she moves to Texas. She's there for a couple of years while her younger brother is getting involved with gang life. Mm-hmm. One day she gets a call saying, your brother's been killed. Mm. She flies home, and I should say that she had been raped when she was younger. Oh. And the only one she told about the rape was her horse. Like, she felt really open with her horse.
And she told, and the only person, the
only one she told
was her horse.
Yes.
Wow.
And you hear this a lot in the book. Like, people develop these really strong connections with the horses.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So one day she's riding with her horse, and this is about a month after her brother died. Mm-hmm. She said that her horse is her best friend, and the horse falls over and dies.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she ends up moving back to Compton, having a little girl. Mm-hmm. I think she got into a car accident, so she had some problems riding. But by the end of the book, she moves to Texas, and she wants to become like a rodeo champion. Mm. And we never find out what happens with her.
Wow.
After that.
Wow. After she
leaves Compton again.
So I'm guessing that she was going to that ranch for a while then.
Yes, since she was a little kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, babes. You enjoying that pillow, babes?
I am.
Nice.
But yeah, that is a really interesting story. It sounds like.
There's another story in the book, babes, about this guy who also loved his horse.
Yes.
And then he gets a call. Mm-hmm. He ignores it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. He's like 12, 13. No, I think he was 14.
Yeah.
But people just keep calling his house. And he's like, eventually he answers the phone and they say, something's wrong with your horse. He runs out. Mm-hmm. And what had happened was, if I'm remembering the story correctly, and I hope I'm not getting kids confused with her, there was a hit and run. Mm. Somebody ran their car into one of the stalls and killed his horse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he gets there. The horse is still alive, but they have to put him down. Eventually, he gets up. He walks away. And as he's walking away, he hears a police officer put 2 shots into his horse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, why was the horse being violent?
No. There was a hit and run. I just said that.
No. But I'm trying to understand why if the horse is still alive, why would the police officer just shoot the horse?
Because, babes, the horse was damaged and couldn't be used for anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that had to be very traumatic.
Yeah, it was. They said that he cried for months and would wake up in the middle of the night screaming his horse's name. I think the horse's name was Flower.
Oh, wow.
Very intense book.
That's terrible.
Really, really good, though.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you would ever read that book?
I don't know. It sounds really intense. It sounds like a good book, but intense.
I found this other book this week, babes, called Homemade, A Story of Grief and Groceries.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that. Wow.
Yeah, this one was also kind of
intense, yeah.
Hard to read.
Yes. What did you take out? Was there any specific story that you, in this story that you liked?
Well, I got to give the overview, babes.
Yes, I know.
Let me do that first.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's the story of a lady in her mid to late 20s who is a teacher. She has experience volunteering with kids. And her dad used to run a group home.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple years earlier, he was diagnosed with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And he died.
Mm.
So she decides that she's going to volunteer at the group home where he worked for almost 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to cook a meal every week with some of the boys who live at this group home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about her relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
And when she ends the book, she's like, I'd love to tell you that, by the end of our experiences, we were making gourmet meals each week.
Yeah.
But that's just not the case. But we ate food that they liked. And she's like, and I'd love to tell you that all the kids featured in the story went on to become successful men.
Yeah.
But that's also not true.
Oh, wow. Well, at least she was honest.
Yeah.
She didn't tie like a neat little bow around the whole story and
No.
end it.
She tells the story, this was so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Of this kid who was adopted by a family.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was 13, they gave him to the state because he had too many medical problems.
Wow.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually they closed down the group home. And this kid gets a job, I want to say at Target. Mm-hmm. But he has to quit his job because he's absent from work too much because he's always in the hospital. Yeah. Right? Uh-huh. And he can't open a bank account because his credit was ruined.
Oh, wow.
A couple years after the group home closes, he dies from his medical issues.
Oh.
What they find out is the reason his credit was ruined was because his adoptive mother, who gave him back to the state, stole his identity.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, it's horrible.
For a couple of weeks, they couldn't get his body out of the morgue to be buried because they needed somebody who was considered his next of kin to agree to it.
Wow. And
they kept calling his adoptive mother, but she wouldn't answer the phone or return any of their calls because they thought that she thought she would be arrested for the credit card fraud.
Right.
Yeah. That was a sad story.
So who ended up burying him?
The guy who ran the group home stayed close to this kid and decided to have him buried at an actual place instead of just letting his body rot in the morgue.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's really sad. Wow.
You sound tired, babes.
I am. But anyway.
You were like, I said, well, maybe we should take a nap before recording. You're like, no, we'll record. No, I need to go to bed. You keep talking. You want to end this?
Well, I just wanted to say that sounds like two very intense books. I'm not sure if I'm going to read them, but they sound interesting.
Yes. Yes, they do. I'm in the middle of another book, but you sound tired.
No, you can share a little bit about it. I'm not going to go to sleep yet. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, you.
First, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about Homemade. There was this other, you know what? Read the book. Read the fucking book.
No, Bubs. I'm ordering you to tell me about the book.
I was actually saying that more towards the audience than towards you.
I know.
But, okay.
But I actually want to hear about it.
All right. It's a good book. She talked about how the kids would often tell her, because they planned the meals in advance, something that they'd want to make, and then they just wouldn't eat it. So, for example, one of the what you would do is if somebody had a birthday, she'd let them plan the meal. And one of the last weeks that the place was open, there was a kid who was having a birthday. And he said, I want to eat like rich folk. Let's have caviar next week. Now, this lady had tasted caviar and didn't like it. She tried to talk the kid out of it. And he's like, no, I really want to have it. I want to see how rich folk eat.
Okay.
So she goes all over town. She buys this really expensive caviar. She buys what?
Wow.
She buys red and black caviar.
Uh-huh.
Brings it to the kid.
Mm-hmm.
He dips a cracker in one of them, and I think the black caviar. Eats it, doesn't like it. Does the same with the red caviar, and then just says, "Okay, I don't want this." He's like,
I got that. What are we going to do with it?
Yeah, and he says, "Well, you didn't talk me out of this. You should have known I wouldn't like this." And she's like, "I tried talking you out of it." And he's like, "Yeah, but you didn't try hard enough. You should have known I wouldn't have liked this."
Oh my goodness, that's funny, but yeah,
so
it's terrible.
Can we have something else? And she's like, "But I bought all this caviar for you. What am I going to do with it?" And he's like, "I don't know. I don't like it though."
Oh no! Oh,
there was another story about this kid who wanted to make biscuits for everybody because everybody loved his biscuits. And what he would do is he'd like glob all this butter over these pre-made biscuits and then throw them in the oven.
Yes.
Yeah. It was good. I highly recommend the book. Yes. I know I'm leaving a lot of stuff out, but I don't want to give the whole thing away.
Was there another book that you were going to talk about, or was it just a story?
There's stuff I want to say about the book, but I want people to read Homemade.
Yes.
Now, I am reading a book about presidential memoirs.
Oh, yeah, that one.
And it's interesting right now because they're talking about Jefferson and Adams and their memoirs, but I'm not too deep into it yet, so
okay.
I'll save the discussion of that for later.
Okay.
I did have dreams.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. I did not.
Oh. Do you want to hear about my dreams, babes?
Yes, I would.
Okay. They're oddly enough, they both take place in McDonald's.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So in the first one, I've been working at McDonald's for decades.
That's hilarious.
And I have to take the afternoon off.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my supervisor I'm not going to be in tomorrow. And he says, "You know we're going to be really busy, but I'll give you the afternoon off anyways."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go and do my thing, get done early, and decide to go into work.
Mm-hmm.
I run into a fellow employee who says, "The supervisor is sitting at one of the back tables, but he's really upset with you."
Mm-hmm.
I sit down to think about whether or not I should approach him, decide that I'm going to get up, walk around the McDonald's, but I can't find him.
Mm-hmm.
And then that dream ends.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Next dream. I'm at a private party that's being held at a McDonald's.
That's funny.
And I don't ask me why.
Yeah, I was like, well, okay. Interesting.
Sitting next to some people, and we have agreed that in my dreams I'm allowed to cheat. And
really?
and so are you.
Well,
but only in your dreams.
Oh my goodness.
To the right of me, there's a girl who recognizes me. And she says, "Oh, you don't remember me. I'm so-and-so. We used to go to high school together." We start talking, and I get the sense that this girl's really into me. We're having a nice friendly banter. Get up to do something, come back. She's not at the table. So I go to the buffet line. Mm-hmm. Why is there a buffet in a McDonald's? Because it's a dream.
It's a dream.
Yes. And then I wake up.
Okay. By the way, in your dream, did you recognize her face?
Yes.
But you don't know who that is in real life, and it probably isn't anybody.
I do know who it is in real life. I'm not going to give the name out here, though.
Oh, I think I have an idea who that might be.
You actually don't, because I've never talked about this girl.
Oh.
Because I don't have a thing for this girl.
In real life?
No.
Okay.
But in the dream, we might have, done something. We were going to do something funny under Let's Go in Marches before I woke up.
Oh.
That's the way it was sounding.
But it never happened.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I was going to give her a little bit extra beef there, Jaylo.
Oh, jeez.
Babes, how you feeling? You feeling tired?
I am feeling a little tired. Well, I've been feeling tired since 6 o'clock.
I know, but you insisted that we record before taking the nap. I was like, you sure you don't want to take a nap?
Well, no. The reason why I did is because I didn't want to think about recording after the nap.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay. Well, Jaylo.
I hope that I sounded at least a little bit coherent.
You did, but at parts of this episode, it was a little weird. I'd get done describing a scene, and then you'd immediately ask me about that scene. And say, well, what about this scene? Where the scene that you just did happen?
Let go of my hand, please. I gotta do something.
No, you don't. All right. Let me position my fingers in your armpit, and now I will let go of your hand.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, you made your point there.
Good. Anything else you want to say, babes?
I am just very happy that all the groceries that I got were the ones that I wanted, so I'm very happy about that.
What do you think? Should we get a snack after this, or we take a nap?
I'm pretty tired.
Let's take a nap.
Then have a snack.
And then make out, and then see where the day takes us.
That's right. That's what I say.
All right, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Keep it real. Stay safe. All that shit.
What else?
And what ifs.